Hey guys, hope you're having a great week. Today I am, let me see, where's my little tool? Oh, it's over here. I am going to be making a special lunch for me and Buddy from the garden, and I'm going to take you along with me. Oh my gosh, what in the world? Guys, how many of you? That is a lot of bees. Well, I was looking for squash blossoms, but I'm guessing I'm going to be picking squash and zucchini too. So when we're looking for our squash blossoms, we want to make sure that we're going to take the male squash blossom, which is the blossom that does not have fruit or vegetables on it. Right here is a good example. This one to the left has a baby zucchini on it. We're not going to take the squash blossom off of that one, but this one right here does not have, this is a male flower, it does not have fruit attached to it, so we are going to take this one. Some of you might be thinking, don't you need the squash blossoms on the plant for the bees to pollinate the other squash? But I can guarantee you they have plenty. All right, now we're gonna go get the herbs for our squash blossom, stuffed squash blossoms. Okay, so I'm gonna get some parsley, some oregano, and I think I'm gonna get some basil. Go ahead and get the parsley. Just cut a few sprigs. Oh, and I'll probably do some green onions. That would be good. Okay, so I can get some green onions. Get one more. Basil. A sea of basil. Let's see. I'll take you and you and you, and I'll take some of you. That looks good. Welcome to the kitchen. So I'm going to go ahead and prep everything that I'm going to be using to put inside my squash blossoms, which I've just stuck in the microwave for safekeeping. But they're all right here. I picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 squash blossoms. I really wanted 12 for Buddy and I to each have 6 because I'm going to make them 2 ways. The first way is kind of a traditional way, and it's going to be stuffed with ricotta cheese, some zest of a lemon, and some Parmesan cheese. It's a very basic recipe, and I'm gonna add in some Italian herbs, some oregano, parsley, and basil. I'm gonna stuff it, and then we're going to coat it in an Italian breadcrumb coating, and then we're gonna deep fry it in some peanut oil. So I'm excited about that one. But then I thought, what if I did a spin on crab puffs? Because Buddy and I both love crab puffs when we go to any like Asian restaurant and they have them on the menu. That's one of the appetizers that we get is a crab puff. So I thought, why not do a spin on crab puffs with the squash blossoms? So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna wing it. I don't even know if this has been done before, but I'm gonna wing it, and I'm going to stuff these with a cream cheese and imitation crab stuffing. Then I'm going to bread it in a tempura batter, and then I'm gonna fry it as well. So let's get this stuff prepped. Okay, so I've got my imitation crab meat here, and I'm just gonna chop this. You could use real crab if you want, but I'm just gonna chop this and dice it up pretty fine. Buddy's outside mowing the grass. Oh, I think he just came in. Hot out there? Okay, I've got my chopped crab meat here, and now I'm going to mix it in with cream cheese. So what I'm going to be mixing this crab meat with is some cream cheese, but I found this at the grocery store, and I think it would be really good, like as an added flavor. It's the chive and onion cream cheese. So I'm gonna scoop this into a bowl, add in my crab meat. I'm gonna get some chives from my my onions that I picked. I'm gonna add, I know this is cream cheese with chive and onion already, like the flavor, but I wanna add some of my own onions. And nothing like fresh herbs. You may wanna know how much of each did I add into this bowl. Don't know. Don't know. Because we measure with our heart. Okay, this is done. This is ready to be stuffed, but I'm gonna set this aside because I'm gonna do the second stuffing ingredient for the second type of squash blossoms that we're gonna do. So, hold please. Okay, so the second kind we're gonna do is the Italian breadcrumb, we'll just call it an Italian version of the squash blossom. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scoop some of this ricotta cheese. Ricotta, don't come at me. I am not Italian. Ricotta. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a couple scoops of the ricotta cheese. And I've got this shredded Parmesan, but I'm gonna chop some of it a little bit finer. I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese to the mix. You put as much or as little as you want in this. You could do different types of cheeses. You just play around with it. It's a stuffing. It's literally a stuffing for a flower. So put whatever stuffing you want in it. Whatever you think sounds good. I'm actually gonna do more. Do you ever get to go to those restaurants where they have those like little spinny things of the cheese and you're like, say when? I pretend I get distracted. I'm like, what? No, keep going. No. They're like, ma'am, we're still here putting cheese in your dish. I'm like, I'm aware. Keep going. Love me some cheese. My brother loves cheese. My twin brothers. They both love cheese, but cheese does not love them. They'll eat it anyway and suffer the consequences. Don't really have that problem. I can eat cheese, no problem. Okay. Alrighty, let me just take a look. I'm gonna add in some salt, some kosher salt. Then I'm gonna take some basil. And I'm gonna rinse this off. I've rinsed off some basil, and I'm gonna pick off these leaves. I'm gonna roll it. Just kind of makes chopping it easier. I don't think you guys can see anything I'm doing. Hopefully just my description is enough. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up some of this parsley and oregano. And I have one green onion, and I'll go ahead and chop that one up too. It smells like spaghetti sauce on this cutting board. It just smells like straight spaghetti sauce. We're going to take this lemon and we're going to zest it. Get some of the lemon peel. It's going to add a lot of freshness to the filling. I'm just doing this whole lemon because it's not very big. It's kind of a smaller lemon. And maybe I'll juice a little bit of it. Oh my gosh, I wish you could smell this. Like, it's just so fresh. I'm gonna taste this because I want to taste it before, see if it needs more salt or, you know, just to try it. The herbs are perfect. The lemon isn't too overpowering. It's very subtle. I think I want to add more salt. A little bit. A little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Now we're going to stuff these squash blossoms with our mixture. I made sure that I went through each squash blossom and I snipped off the stamen, which is the pollen little stem inside, and I made sure there wasn't any bugs because some bugs do like to hide inside the squash flowers. So I made sure that they were all cleaned and free of any pesky bugs. Squash blossoms are a little delicate. They open up really early in the morning, and then throughout the day they kind of close down. And they are just really kind of flimsy. So what we're going to do is we're going to gently pull these open as best we can. And we're going to stuff the inside with maybe like a tablespoon of the filling each. Well, not together, but we're going to do 6 of the crab and cream cheese and 6 of the ricotta mixture. And then we're going to set these aside. So let me get, let's see here. Now you can put together like a piping bag. A piping bag would probably work really well. I might actually do that. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to just make my own piping bag. I think it's going to make it easier. to get this stuff inside the flowers. So we have piped the cream cheese and crab mixture, and I'm just kind of twisting the ends like this to hold it in. And I'm going to set it aside because then we're going to dip it in the batter. It's okay if you tear the flour a little bit to open it up. I've not seen squash blossoms sold in grocery stores, like commercial grocery stores, but I have seen them at like farmers markets sold in like little packs. So if you are looking for squash blossoms, especially during the early spring, summertime, you may find them at your local farmers market. Okay, I've got 6 of those, so let me do the Italian ones. Okay, we've got our stuffed zucchini blossoms. And if you have any left over in your piping bags, save it, put it in the refrigerator, because you can use that ricotta mixture to stuff inside shells and cover it, like those big pasta shells, and then cover them with some pasta sauce and pop them in the oven, and they'd make a really good stuffing for that. Or just figure out what you want. That cream cheese mixture, you can get some wontons and make actual crab puffs. So I'm going to save that to use for something else. And then now I'm going to bread and then fry these. Each one has a different breading. So my tempura mixture, while I'm breading these, I'm going to go ahead and get my oil started on the stove to start heating up. I'm using some peanut oil to fry these in. Let's start with the tempura batter first. So here we've got a mixture of a little bit of kosher salt, half a cup of all-purpose flour, and half a cup of corn starch. And I've mixed it all together. Those are the dry ingredients. In this bowl, I've got one egg whisked in here, and then I'm going to use 3/4 cup of seltzer water. And I'm going to mix this together. And then I'm going to add the wet to the dry. This is going to make a wet batter. With tempura, it's okay if, tempura, it's all right if there are some lumps in your batter. It doesn't have to be completely smooth. Just stir it around a little bit. Kind of looks like a pancake batter. Okay. Actually, now that I have this mixed, I'm going to dip and fry these as I do it, because I don't want them to sit in the pan while they get soggy and just kind of drippy everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and do the breading for the Italian ones. We're just going to call them Italian ones. Mix it. So for our Italian blossoms, I'm going to take 2 eggs, whisk those pretty good. I've got 2 eggs whisked, and then I've got some Italian breadcrumbs. They're breadcrumbs with Italian seasoning. You can get them at any grocery store. And I'm going to take my ricotta blossoms, and I'm going to dip them in the egg wash. Kind of just use the little stem to swirl it, and kind of let the excess drip off. I'm going to pop them down into the breadcrumb mixture and swirl again. Just shake it off, set it down. These little spiky things down at the base of the zucchini flower, you can pick those off if you want, or you can leave them on. They're not like super fun to eat because they're kind of tough and fibrous, so if you want, you can pick those off or just leave them and then don't eat them, or do eat them if you like that kind of stuff, but yeah, that's up to you. So, our oil is looking hot. One way you can test it to see if it's ready is if you stick a wooden spoon, yeah, and bubbles. I'll turn the heat down actually. This looks super hot. These are my breaded Italian ones. And I'm gonna drop them in. It's not full, we're just going to gently lay these in and then flip them in a minute or two. Just make sure they get nice and golden brown. Woo. That oil was hot. Okay, so we're just gonna let these sit and drain. So, I'm going to dip this one in batter. Okay, all the tempura ones are in.
They look different. There's two different types?
Yes.
Okay, give me the breakdown of what it is
Okay.
that we're having for lunch.
So for our late lunch, we're having squash blossoms, and one of them is a crab and cream cheese stuffed squash blossom, and one of them is an Italian style with ricotta, Parmesan, fresh herbs, lemon zest. And so we've got, for the Italian version, a marinara sauce, and then the Asian inspired, we've got sweet and sour.
And there's different batters?
Yes, so this is an Italian breadcrumb, and this is a tempura.
Nice.
That I made.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I don't know if we're gonna need fork and knife, but I just didn't know if you want to dissect it.
Nope.
Don't eat the stems though.
Yep.
Those were just for like basically so I could.
Grab one of each.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna do the.
Italian.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it like Papa says it. I'm gonna do the Italian.
Italian first.
I'm gonna do the Italian version
Okay.
in the marinara.
The marinara sauce.
Let's try this Italian flour.
Let's see.
Wow. That's pretty dang good.
You like it?
Yeah. It's soft and crunchy at the same time. Mm-hmm. Like it's got that crunchy outside, but still the flour inside. Mm-hmm. Man, who would have thought? Take a squash flour and make a delicious stuffed meal out of it. Okay, Asian inspired.
Wait.
Sorry.
Wait for me.
All right, tempura style. Sweet and sour. Wow. That's a crab puff.
Yeah.
That's a crab puff. Crazy. That's so good. I know I'm double dipping, but it's It's my house.
My house, my rules.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hot.
Hot.
It is so much a crab puff.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
This is good. I know you told me what you're going to do.
Were you skeptical? Be honest.
I don't know if it was so much skeptical, but I wasn't expecting it to be like really delicious, I guess.
Oh.
I was just expecting it to be like, okay, we'll try something different.
Yeah.
Kind of like the time that you convinced me to eat the bull testicles.
They were so delicious.
No. They were. I mean, they weren't horrible.
I didn't make them myself. Maybe if I were to
we
make
had them
them.
at a restaurant, but they weren't amazing. Maybe I was kind of thinking along those same lines.
I'm gonna take a bite so the camera can see the inside.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take a bite while you're taking a bite.
Okay. This is the Italian one, so. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
Man. Doesn't even need the marinara sauce.
Do you taste the lemon?
Slight lemon zest, yeah. Man, that's good. Connor's gonna be our YouTube taste tester. So, Connor, this
I'm gonna eat this and then black out.
this darker one is kind of Italian, right? Almost like a pizza or a spaghetti type flavor is what we're going for here. This one is more like Chinese food.
Chinese food?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't have to eat the whole thing?
No, just a bite.
Okay.
But like an actual bite, not a
Yeah,
nibble
yeah,
like
yeah,
you
I know.
like to do.
Too bad.
There you go.
Okay, so this is the Italian one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There you go. You like it?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Try another bite.
Oh, this?
You didn't
Yeah.
get the inside.
Try the thicker part that's got the inside in it.
Yeah. Just take a bite out of this.
No, you don't need
Just
to
take a
sit.
bite out of the side of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And thoughts?
It kind of tastes like a cheese pizza.
Cheese
Pizza? Yeah.
You want to dip it in pizza sauce?
So what? Huh?
You want to dip it in the pizza
I'm
sauce?
No?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for trying that one. Do you want to try this one?
Yeah, I'll take this for me.
So what is this?
It's like a Chinese food type one. And take a bite out of the side. Yeah, so you get the inside.
What do you rank it? Out of 10.
Okay.
So this is a squash flower.
Flour? What's it?
Those orange flowers
Those
on the
orange
squash
flowers on
plants?
the squash plants. This is what's the flower. Do you see the orange flower
Yeah, I see
part? Then I stuffed it with cheese.
That's why it tastes like a cheese pizza.
Yeah, with a couple different kinds of cheeses and herbs.
Yeah, like
And then the Asian inspired one, that was cream cheese and crab.
Good job, baby.
So now you can say that you ate that.
Connor, I'm sure we've mentioned it before. Connor is our picky eater. So anytime we get him to just willingly try something new and
Yeah.
different, That's a win. You did good. You did great, baby. Laura and Caden will eat whatever you put in front of their face.
Yeah.
Good job, Connor. Love you. We did it. We finished them off.
This is a success.
That was really good. Really, really good.
Thank you.
I am impressed. You've made us way more sauce than we need.
Well, I have more filling.
Okay.
So I was thinking of doing like pasta shells or something.
Yeah.
Not with the Asian. But
Also, not a silverware dish.
not a silverware
It's a
dish.
finger food.
Well, I think this is a success.
You know what's cool is that, you know, when a lot of times you have like little potlucks or parties where you're supposed to bring an appetizer or whatever, you show up with some fried squash blossoms, that's a head turner. And people are going to be like, I don't know about that. And they're going to try it and be like, what? Mm-hmm. This is a fried flower?
Yeah, an edible flower. So if you do have squash plants or zucchini plants, pick off a few of the male flowers and stuff them with whatever you want. Because you can stuff them with whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can make literal pizza ones, like with little pepperonis and mozzarella and like a hot pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But
What about a breakfast version with egg and bacon?
I don't know. Would that be good?
I don't know. An egg and bacon appetizer?
Like a brunch?
Yeah,
That would be fancy.
that'd be interesting.
Because you don't have to bread them. You don't have to dip them in anything. You could just fry them in the flour.
Yeah. But even breaded, I feel like they'd still be good breaded.
Yeah, for sure.
Or like a cordon bleu with ham and
Cheese,
cheese. Yeah.
chicken,
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
stuffed chicken breast with ham and cheese, cordon bleu.
Yeah. But maybe you just do it where it's like a little bit of shredded chicken, a little bit of diced ham and cheese inside
Yeah.
the flour.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Success.
I'm going to clean up and we'll relax outside.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you on the
Thank
next
you.
one.
Bye.
Bye.